Ruined my sister-in-law's engagement party by telling everyone she's lying about her career and salary just to impress her fiancé and his rich family. I, 29 female, have been married to my husband Alex, 31 male, for 4 years. We met in college where I was studying finance and he was in engineering. After graduation, we both landed decent jobs in the same city and got married after dating for 3 years. We're not wealthy by any means, but we've been smart with our money and recently managed to buy our first house after years of saving. The issue involves my sister-in-law Monica, 27 female, and her new fiancé Richard, 33 male. I've known Monica since she was in college. She's always been a bit insecure about her family's middle-class background and obsessed with appearing elite. Even back then, she would buy designer knockoffs and pretend they were real, or claim she was going on expensive vacations when she was actually just staying at a friend's beach house. Monica met Richard at a charity gala where she was working as an event coordinator 2 years ago. Richard comes from serious money. His family owns a chain of luxury hotels across the country. From the moment they started dating, Monica began completely reinventing herself. She told everyone she was a senior marketing executive at a major tech company, which was a total lie. I knew this because I actually used to work at the same company as her before switching jobs last year. She's really just a mid-level social media manager at a small local marketing firm. At first, I kept quiet about her lies. I figured she was just nervous about the class difference and would eventually come clean to Richard. But instead, the lies kept getting bigger. She started claiming she made 6 figures, drove a leased BMW but told everyone she bought it cash, and even got fake designer bags to keep up appearances. What really bothered me was how she started looking down on other family members, including her own parents, for their simple lifestyle. The real problem started when Monica got engaged 6 months ago. Richard proposed with this massive diamond ring, and suddenly Monica was planning this extravagant engagement party. She asked to host it at our new house, which we had just bought after 5 years of careful saving and budgeting. It's a beautiful historic home that needed some work, but Alex and I spent months renovating it ourselves to save money. Monica loved how sophisticated it looked and thought it would impress Richard's family. I agreed to host, but with one clear condition: she needed to be honest about whose house it was. She reluctantly agreed, but I had a bad feeling about it. The week before the party, she kept coming over to help plan but really just took photos of every room, asking about where we got different pieces of furniture and art. The engagement party was last month, and it turned into a complete disaster. Monica showed up early with expensive flowers and decorations, positioning herself like she was the lady of the house. When Richard's family arrived, I overheard her telling his mother that this was her weekend home that she bought with her executive bonus. I was stunned but tried to keep my cool. Then she started giving everyone tours of my house, making up elaborate stories about how she decorated each room and where she bought everything. She claimed the vintage chandelier in our dining room was from a Paris flea market. It was actually from a local antique store, and that she had the hardwood floors specially imported. Alex and I refinished them ourselves. The final straw came during dinner. Richard's sister noticed my grandmother's antique dining table and complimented it. This table is extremely special to me. It's been in my family for 4 generations, and my grandmother left it to me before she passed away last year. Monica had the nerve to tell everyone she bought it at some exclusive auction in Europe for an obscene amount of money. That's when I lost it. I stood up and told everyone the truth, that this was my house, that Monica had been lying about her job and salary, and that nearly everything she'd told Richard's family was false. The room went completely silent. Richard looked like he'd been punched in the gut, his family was mortified, and Monica burst into tears. My in-laws immediately started damage control, trying to say I was exaggerating and confused. But Richard's family had already started putting the pieces together, remembering all the inconsistencies in Monica's stories that suddenly made sense. The party ended abruptly, with Richard's family leaving first, followed by a hysterical Monica. That was 3 weeks ago, and now everything's imploded. Richard has postponed the wedding indefinitely while he reevaluates things. Monica and my in-laws haven't spoken to me since that night. They're demanding I apologize and tell Richard's family I was mistaken or jealous or confused. Alex supports me but admits I could have handled it more discreetly. I refuse to apologize because I believe Richard deserved to know the truth before marrying someone who built their entire relationship on lies. My in-laws have been sending nasty messages accusing me of ruining Monica's chance at a better life out of spite. But I don't regret exposing her lies. Richard deserved to know the truth about who he was really marrying. Update 1. A lot has happened in the past week. Richard reached out to me directly through LinkedIn, asking to meet for coffee to discuss Monica. I consulted with Alex first, who agreed I should meet him but advised me to stick to facts I personally knew and not speculate about anything. When we met, Richard looked exhausted. He explained that after the engagement party, he started digging into Monica's background and found countless discrepancies. She had told him she graduated top of her class from an elite business school. In reality, she attended community college before transferring to state university. She claimed to be making $150,000 a year as an executive, which influenced their entire financial planning. The most concerning part was that they had already put a deposit down on a $1.2 million house, with Monica promising to contribute half the down payment from her savings and investments. Richard had already put down $200,000 of his own money, trusting that Monica would match it. Now he was scrambling to either get out of the contract or figure out how to afford it alone. He also revealed something that made my blood boil. Apparently, Monica had been telling his family that Alex and I were her property managers who maintained her various real estate investments. That's why his family treated us somewhat formally at the party. They thought we worked for her. She had essentially reduced us to her employees in order to explain why we were always at her house. Meanwhile, my in-laws have gone into full crisis mode. My mother-in-law Barbara, 58F, showed up at my workplace unannounced to berate me about destroying her daughter's happiness. She brought up ancient history, claiming I had always been jealous of Monica since college when she was supposedly more popular and successful than me. Completely untrue, we didn't even attend the same college. The confrontation at my office was embarrassing and nearly got me in trouble with my manager. When I told Alex about it, he finally lost his patience and confronted his parents. The argument got ugly fast. They accused him of betraying family loyalty and claimed he'd changed since marrying me. They even brought up how I had trapped their successful son when he could have married better. Apparently, they had always hoped he would end up with his wealthy ex-girlfriend from college. This hit Alex hard because he had no idea his parents felt this way about me. We've been married for 4 years, and I thought they had accepted me long ago. Turns out they've been harboring these resentments the whole time, and Monica's situation just brought everything to the surface. Monica has been on a social media rampage, posting cryptic messages about fake family and jealous people trying to destroy others' happiness. She blocked me, but mutual friends have been sending me screenshots. She's painting herself as the victim of a jealous sister-in-law who couldn't stand to see her happy. Several family friends have taken her side, sending me messages about how I should have minded my own business. The worst part is that distant relatives are now dredging up old family drama. My mother-in-law has apparently been telling everyone that I had always been jealous of Monica's lifestyle and fashion sense, twisting innocent past incidents into evidence of my supposed envy. She's even claiming that I only pushed Alex to buy our house because I was competing with Monica, completely ignoring the fact that we'd been saving for years before Monica even met Richard. Alex and I are trying to stay above the drama, but it's affecting him deeply to see his family's true colors. He's started therapy to process everything, which I fully support. For now, we've decided to limit contact with his family until they can treat both of us with respect. Update 2. Things have taken an even darker turn. Richard called Alex this weekend with some shocking discoveries. While reviewing their joint finances, he found multiple credit cards and personal loans taken out in his name that he never authorized. Apparently, Monica had accessed his personal information and forged his signature on several applications over the past year. The total amount is staggering, over $80,000 in credit card debt and a $50,000 personal loan. Monica had been using this money to maintain her fake lifestyle, buying designer clothes and taking expensive trips to keep up appearances with Richard's social circle. She had planned to eventually pay it all off with her fictional executive salary. I also learned that Monica's spending problems go way back. My mother-in-law called me crying, first time since this all started, and revealed that Monica had maxed out their credit cards multiple times in college. They had refinanced their house twice to pay off her debts, but never told anyone in the family because they were embarrassed. They thought her landing a rich husband would finally solve all these problems. Richard's family is understandably furious. Their lawyer has been in contact with my in-laws, threatening legal action for the identity theft and fraud. My in-laws showed up at our house last night, begging us to help convince Richard's family not to press charges. They kept saying Monica only did it because she was afraid of losing Richard and that she would pay everything back eventually. The real shock came when we found out that Monica had also tried to pass off photos of our house as her own on rental listings. A potential tenant actually showed up at our door last week with a printed Zillow listing showing our house as an $8,000 per month luxury rental property. Monica had apparently been running this scam to get deposit money from multiple people. Alex and I have had to install security cameras and alert our neighbors about the situation. We're also working with a lawyer to protect ourselves in case any of these scammed renters try to cause problems. Update 3. The situation has reached its conclusion, though not the one anyone hoped for. Richard's family went ahead with pressing charges after discovering even more unauthorized accounts and loans. The total fraud amount ended up being close to $200,000. They also found evidence that Monica had been running similar scams with other wealthy men before Richard, though never at this scale. My in-laws have completely cut contact with me, which honestly feels like a relief at this point. They sent one final email blaming me for starting this whole mess by exposing Monica at the engagement party. According to them, if I had just kept quiet, Monica would have eventually figured out a way to fix everything. Alex has been incredible throughout all of this. He's standing firmly by my side and has told his family he won't maintain a relationship with them as long as they continue to enable Monica's behavior. It's been hard for him, but he's finally accepting that his parents and sister aren't the people he thought they were. We did receive an unexpected letter from Richard's mother, thanking us for being honest and potentially saving her son from a disastrous marriage. She also apologized for initially believing Monica's lies about us being her employees. As for Monica, she's facing serious legal consequences. The police are involved now, and from what we've heard, she's likely looking at significant fines and possible jail time. Several other victims of her rental scam have come forward, making the situation even worse. I still sometimes question whether I should have handled things differently at the engagement party, but then I remember all the people Monica was willing to hurt to maintain her lies. Sometimes being honest makes you the bad guy in someone else's story, and I've made peace with that. Alex and I are focusing on our own lives now. We've redecorated the house to help erase the bad memories of the engagement party, and we're planning a long overdue vacation, a modest one that we can actually afford, unlike Monica's fake luxury lifestyle.